talk, the angel and the instigator. And it's your choice, you know, it's your choice. And I am your host, Alena Chapman, and I am a medicine woman, and I have my wonderful assistant friend and miracle worker, Melinda Engel. And we are here. And why is she here? Because she is an awesome instigator. She really is. And I am the medicine woman, so I'm supposed to be only of the light, but I have a little bit of instigator in me sometimes.
Everybody needs to.
A little bit, and everybody needs a little bit of the angel, right?
Correct.
That's what it is, and that's what is our personal growth. That is our growth within ourselves. There's always that. Every choice you choose which you want to be, it is, and you know, that's the thing, and then it creates your reality. But today we're talking about soulmates. I was starting on another topic.
That's always fun.
So everyone wants their soulmate, and the soulmates are, oh my gosh, we put too much emphasis on, I have to find that soulmate. That is a hell of a lot of pressure to put on yourself. It really is. And you get, just like anything else, when you focus on that soulmate, is that my soulmate? Is that my soulmate? And here is this nice person that is standing before you who just wants to say hi. Just thinks you are pretty darn cute. And I just want to get to know you. And you're going, is this my soulmate? Is this my soulmate? Do you see how, oh my God, stop.
It seems a little crazy.
It's a little bit crazy. Now, we will talk. Yes, I do know what it's like to meet your soulmate. I have met two or three soulmates.
And that's another huge misconception that everybody
Yes.
has. You can have so many soulmates. My very first soulmate is my oldest daughter. Like, I knew it as soon as she was born.
I love that.
And the connection is, it's crazy. It's like I've known her before. And she sounds a lot like my grandma. So, like, I think she's someone, like, from the past on my grandma's side.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
See, that's one thing you have to know. Soulmates they have some link to you.
Yes.
In a lot of ways. Number one, they have, a lot of my soulmates have been from past lives.
Yes.
Some of them have been lovers, lost loves. I had one who was from a past life who was a lover. I had another one who was a lost love, who actually, this is kind of cool. When I thought, you know, it's time for me to meet that special person, that soulmate. And we're going to talk what a soulmate is, by the way, too. And on the day I said that, because he asked me, when did you start doing that? And I said, I told him. And I could even tell him the time, believe it or not. And he said, oh my God, I got up that morning and I said, I have to get ready. There is a connection.
Yeah.
There's a connection from past lives, or even in the light, or in where we're home, in what some people call heaven, some people call the light, the universal, whatever your belief system is fine, but maybe you knew them there. But here's the thing, soulmates, yes, they are a wonderful love, and there is some special bond between you, but it's not about just a special love that's going to be in your life forever. It is about lessons to be learned. Yes. Again, we're back with the soul, right? And the soul is here to learn lessons and to experience things. So when you meet your soulmate, you are actually continuing a lesson. Yeah. I know you don't want to hear that.
No, I believe it.
It is. Right. For that lost love who got ready to meet me, we didn't stay together, but we still communicate to this day now. But it was to show that love was mutual. And at this time, though, in this life, there were things that he was dealing with that just were too much for him to deal with. But we're still friends. I mean, if I had to call him, I could call him on a dime. He's a really great guy. And there's a feel, but there's something there that you feel But like you said, it can be your daughter. It can be one of my kids.
Yeah.
I feel like Danny is my soulmate because we've had challenges and everything, but there's something there that just pulls me with him.
Yeah.
You know?
I know the feeling.
And so you just, soulmates is a big giant issue. But if you are sold on finding what you deem as a soulmate or someone who is very special in your life, that's something we can talk about and we can deal with, right? As far as getting ready for it and being strong within yourself. Really, that's what it takes. It always takes in here. If you want to meet your soulmate, this has to be straightened out. Inside yourself has to be straightened out.
And I think it's honestly like a chance thing. Like, I don't know. I feel like I guess you could will it, you could manifest it into meeting them. But I think it happens whenever it's supposed to.
It happens when it's supposed to, or when you need to learn the lesson. Yeah. But really, it's the best thing for you to do is to really start to get right with yourself.
Yeah.
Because when that person comes, whether it's a soulmate or a karmic relationship or
twin
flame, that's a very iffy one.
A lot of y'all think your soulmate is your soulmate, but it's actually your twin flame.
Yeah, and your twin flame is the other half. They say the other half of your soul, and that's an old belief system that the soul was split. And that one half is here, one half is here. I don't think our souls are split, but there are alliances in that twin flame world. But you got to be prepared if it's the other half of you, if you believe that. Well, what is the other half of you?
The better half.
Are you going to get along with that half? Is that true?
It doesn't always happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of people, who really love each other and their relationships are so toxic.
I know.
But it's like,
I know.
There's so much alike.
I know, there's so much alike. And that turns into your soulmate. And then you create this reality you're living in with that, which then influences what your next one's going to be or where, or what life you lead after this.
Right.
So, do we have a question about soulmates now that I've just said forget about it? Let's talk about it.
We definitely do. Okay, confession session. Okay, dear Alena, I think I might have already met my soulmate and I let him get away. Here's the tea. I met this guy at a friend's wedding last year and it was instant sparks. We talked and danced all night, finished each other's sentences, and even had the same random favorite movie. It felt like I had known him forever, but I was dating someone else at the time, so I didn't do anything about it. Fast forward to now, I'm single, and I can't stop thinking about it. We don't follow each other on any social media, and I only know his first name. Did I totally blow it? Is it possible for a soulmate connection to come back around, or should I just move on and hope the universe gives me a second chance? Sincerely, missed my shot in Seattle.
Seattle. I love Seattle. All right. So, you were already dating someone, and it's hard to say, I'm going to break up with you, even though you're a great guy or a great woman, and I'm because I think this person might be my soulmate. Oh my God, that would not be.
Right.
That's not a good reason to break up. So, did you miss it? No. I think that person was there to show you somehow that it can be better.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that you were settling. And so,
because if you weren't, y'all probably would still be together.
Right, and you would probably be together. Yeah,
right.
Exactly. And so the universe was showing you a bit of your soulmate, saying, oh my gosh, this is what it should really feel like.
Yeah.
It should be this easy and this close and this fun and this... It is like that, and it is a wonderful feeling that you just know this person somehow. And
just the connection and the energy,
Yeah.
And that doesn't happen all the time.
No.
Even with people who are actively dating each other.
Yeah.
I think sometimes you just meet people and the chemistry is completely different.
Exactly.
But-
But no, with a soulmate, and here's the thing with a soulmate, if you meet them and they're on different paths or whatever, there's still something that pulls you there.
Yes. So
And-
I think they'll come back around.
Yeah, I think they will come back around. You could do a little, I don't know if you know people who threw the party you were at, maybe they have
The wedding.
name.
I was like,
The
why don't
wedding,
you
yeah,
hit somebody up, try to see if you can find them that way.
Or just kind of, are you brave enough to do that? And then meet for coffee or something? Why not? What do you have to lose? Seriously, what do you have to lose?
And it's like, it's one of those things, like, you're like, your soulmate will come, you don't have to seek them out and search them, but sometimes you got to get in there and
Yeah.
do divine timing, and maybe you could find him through someone in the wedding party.
This is the thing. It's okay. Everything is a reality. Every choice we make in our life changes our reality.
Right.
Oh, isn't that scary?
Yeah, it really is.
So every decision you make changes your reality. So, and when people want to manifesting your soulmate is the same as manifesting a job or something else in your life. And so and true manifestation, I know, affirmations,
Yeah.
that's a tool. That's a tool to get you into a new reality.
Yes.
It is not going, it's how well you do that tool can help you, but it's not the end all. What else? Listening to meditation things. I don't know. Whatever you choose is all just a tool.
Yes.
To change your mindset to get you into a new reality. But one thing that you need to do that is true manifestation is just know that it is. It is. I'm stepping into this reality. I'm meeting my soulmate.
Yes.
There is no other way about it.
Yeah.
I am meeting my soulmate. There is no other reality. This is the reality I'm in. And this is the reality that I will find out from that wedding party or friends that I know who this guy was. I'll think about whether I want to say, hey, remember me from way back?
Yeah.
Oh, you've been on my mind for quite a while. Would you like to just have a coffee and talk and see if there's something there or not? You can do what I do it, and you're totally in that reality.
Yeah.
Or another soulmate will come in, because we always have more than one, right? So another soulmate will come into your path, and you will recognize it because you are meeting your soulmate. Do you understand? That's the reality you have to have.
Or now that you know that kind of is where you want to go, you could be like, I'm going to meet him.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. Right when I call my friends and ask them if they know this person, they're going to know him. They're going to give them my number.
It's that reality.
Yeah.
And you really don't let doubt come in, because
Yeah.
that changes your reality
And your
back
mind
into the other place.
It's like the strongest thing that you could
Your mind
possibly use.
is. It puts you on the direction. And
Yeah.
the universe then says, oh my gosh, she's chosen her reality.
Yeah.
That's where we have to go. That's where she's going to go. And her soul will learn the lessons it needs to learn on this path that she has chosen to be on, or he has chosen to be on.
Yeah.
But you've got to, don't just sit at home and hem and haw, because then you're in between.
Yeah.
You've got to decide, okay, I'm going to do something. I'm going to meet my soulmate. I'm also going to do things that better myself so that I'm ready for the soulmate.
Right.
I am going to understand that I am a very cool person. I'm not going to get caught up in all my stuff in my head. I'm going to be that soulmate I want to be. I'm going to be that loving person who doesn't judge, who just wants to experience and find out who this person is.
Right.
I'm going to be that person who's just going to be as open as I would like them to be with me. You have to work on those characteristics that you want in that other person to reflect to you.
I would suggest, like, maybe something that you enjoy, like, say you like to read in a certain park, maybe manifesting, I'm going to meet my soulmate there in the park that I love so much.
Yes.
And you could be
And
reading
keep
one
going.
day,
Yeah.
and along they come.
Yep, and they will come. I have never met a soul. Really funny. That's how I met who I'm dating now. With not by a park. No, I just thought I said, okay, I don't know. I want to meet somebody a soulmate would be nice, I guess, in this part of my life. And so I wanted to meet someone, and I had the ideas in my head, and then a little one of those ads on your email came in and said, here's a diagram of your soulmate, and if you want to find out, okay. And so I said, I'll play. And so I sent in, and it came back and said, it said, here is a picture of your soulmate, and the profession of this person is a policeman, a cop, or a detective. And I went, what? That does not sound like my soulmate. And are you kidding me? And I didn't give any more thought about it.
Yeah.
But I thought, well, I will meet my soulmate, but I don't think that's true. And guess who I met? I met a cop.
Yeah, she did.
I just, and if you know my history with I'm not a criminal, but my life story is not it's
back the blue.
It's very, very, very interesting life story that has been really difficult in many ways. But my trust with trusting cops is not one of my favorite things to do, and so.
It's none of ours, honestly.
But
I'll do your job for you.
Yeah. So anyway, it was very interesting that turned out to be my soulmate. So sometimes you have to be very, very open to what comes through the door and say, well, I'm going to experience this and see what happens. But I'll tell you one thing. From the very first date when I was with him, when we hugged, I immediately felt that I was there for a reason. And I also love the feeling. Yeah. There's the energy of that person. Right. And if you're a soulmate, that energy just, you just feel at home.
Yeah.
It's
like an invisible string.
It's like this little invisible string. And it leads you through many things. You forgive many things because of it. You really, it's a strong string when it's a soul, but when the lesson is done, it's done. And you have to be willing to let go when it happens. And that's hard too. But it really, a soulmate is a journey. Everything in your life is a journey. And nobody lasts forever.
Thank God.
Really. I don't understand that philosophy. And a soulmate is someone that you really do feel at home with. It's not only you have like a few little things together, you have like ideologies that are the same.
To me, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's almost like I can see this person and it feels like a part of me is walking around with them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep, I do. Because you are part of them, really.
Yeah.
You've lived other lives. You know what they're thinking, and it really pains you when they're in pain. It really does pain you, and when you feel difficulty that they are going through, you will feel it. That's a soulmate. It's really.
I also think there's like a weird sense of a telepathic.
There is
relationship. Because me and my daughter will text each other the same thing at the same time all the time.
Yeah. There is that wonder. So, all right. So I say choose that reality.
Yeah. I mean, if that's what you want, go for it.
And if you want to meet them or another soulmate, then start walking that walk. Start asking people, where is he, Or say, I know he's just going to appear and another soulmate will come walking in.
Yeah.
But the most important thing is you have to be ready.
Yeah.
And you have to be the person that you have to be ready for the relationship. And I love when people say, oh, I'm meeting this person, they have to know all of me. And then you bring out the ugliest parts of you.
Why can't you be yourself?
Well, yeah, but you want to be yourself, but you want to be also, do you really want to be all those awful things?
No, of course not.
Right. So get rid of them. That's what growth is. Get rid of that jealousy. Get rid of that neediness. Get rid of that.
Jealousy is so hard for people to let go of. They have to learn, in order to do that, they have to learn to love without ownership.
Yes. Why do you want ownership? Nobody
people who are
owns-
jealous do.
Nobody owns anybody. That's nonsense.
I know a couple men you could probably ask.
No, and I know that that's that need. Ownership comes
That's
from
that
needing.
toxic masculinity.
It comes from insecurity. It's not even. It is insecurity. I need this person.
Right.
They are mine.
All right, and
What
when
is
you
that?
love without ownership, it takes the jealousy part out of it completely.
When you love without ownership, it is a wonderful experience of love intertwining all the time, learning from each other, growing warmth. And because you don't own them, they bring in new things to you all the time. It's like a constant adventure. Mm-hmm. It's a dance of growth between the two of you, of just no expectation, and really just getting to know each other on a very cool level of who they truly are. You'll find you both laugh at incredible funny things. You're free to be the best part of you, because there is no jealousy, no expectation, no demanding that person be something for you.
Yes.
Instead, they are this incredible person that you are getting privileged to get to know. And you don't want to crush them in any way.
You know, that's why I think that, like, friends with benefits last longer than most relationships, because you don't expect anything but what it is from that person.
Right.
And so, like, people always be like, oh, well, me and my, friends with benefits got along so well. Yeah, it's because neither of you made any demands. Hey, you have to be like this, or hey, I want you to be like this.
Yes, that's what that need and that expectation thing does. It forms demands. And when you have friends with, not everyone go out with friends with benefits, because there's also a toxicity with that too.
Yes. I'm just saying, I think that the friendships in those are so much healthier.
They are.
Than some actual relationships.
I agree.
Like, what?
It is. We have a lot. Nobody understands that. No one understands. We've never based marriages were always based on alliances. Okay, first they were alliances between countries, for heaven's sakes, or everything. Marriage was always used like a business transaction. God, they even made, you couldn't live, they made marriages. Yeah. This is a fun fact. They made marriages because guys were selling their wives and they had to keep track of the marriages. It was just ridiculous. That's why we started doing marriages in courts, getting court ordered.
Which is stupid in itself also.
Yes, nobody should be in on that except you and who you choose to be married to. It is a special bond, and just even being with that person, we are supposed to experience and grow. We are not here to limit that.
Yeah.
And the only thing that does that is your thoughts. If you are insecure, you've got to get over that. You've got to look at that. You've got to see, why am I insecure? Look at that whole incident in your childhood, in your adulthood, whatever caused that need for insecurity, and that you have to take hold of people and they have to conform to whatever you need.
Yeah.
You've got to look at that and say, okay, that was my dad or my mom. Okay, do I need that anymore? And is that even real? And look at it with an observation kind of attitude instead of getting caught up in that drama you dealt with. Go into observing it and loving who that was, and that knowing that you were complete before that experience and you can be complete after that experience. Yes. And then say sayonara when you're ready. Heal that part of you. Say, okay, I understand that my dad or my mom was totally nuts or had a terrible life before. I understand that now, and they pushed it on me, but I don't have to own it. You see?
There's a Taylor Swift song about that.
There's a Taylor Swift?
A Taylor Swift song.
Okay.
She says, There'll be happiness after you, but there was happiness because of you, and both of these things can be true.
Oh, I like that.
Good.
She has some cool songs.
Yeah, she
But it does, meeting your soulmate or meeting anyone, my gosh, this whole world is all about your growth.
Yeah.
And their growth. And hopefully you can grow together. But you've really got to shed these awful toxicities that you have accumulated in your life. Like the need, the jealousy, that comes from, I don't feel like I'm good enough.
Yeah.
Do you know that? Jealousy is I want to own you because I'm not good enough, and that girl's prettier than, or that man's more muscly than me, and that is you not feeling good enough. And so why don't you feel good enough?
Right.
That's what you have to look at. Not you have to be what I want and you have to only look at me. No, I have to look at myself and say, why aren't I secure?
Yeah.
And if that other person of yours is always going out on you, why did I choose somebody who's going to abuse me? It's all about you. And in finding you, in getting rid of the crap that holds you back from this incredible soulmate that will project you forward into your life and lives hereafter, you really have to first work on you. And get rid of what's going to hold you back from that incredible experience. Because otherwise, it's going to be a hard one because you weren't ready. It all starts with you. So that's really where it comes down. And I know nobody wants to hear that. We just want our soulmate to come in and be this Cinderella kind of thing. And really, as a kid, I always said, why do we never see the hereafter? And everybody just tells us it's happy. Because it's not. If you're not ready, you have to be ready within yourself when you meet. And the younger you are, the easier it is.
And they might have work to do too.
Oh, of course
before
they
do. Can meet you. You know what I'm saying? Of course.
So well, sometimes if you've done the work and you meet your soulmate and they have this need and stuff, you can actually help them through it instead of be a victim to it.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a good one, isn't it? Yeah. Ooh, we should coin that one. Anyway, it's true, isn't it? You can help them through it instead of being the victim of it. Yeah. So it's where you want to be. Now, guys, do I work with this? Yes. And it really, I have a mysticalsoul.com. And oh my gosh, the website is new. And we've got a wonderful little quiz on there that you will find your personality in relationships. Ooh, do we want to go there? We have a quiz for that, and it's free. So make sure you look at that. But also take a look at the freaking course, because the course is there for you, and it is to help you to find that soulmate and to find it with this incredible freedom of yourself, knowing that you are an awesome person and you feel good and you're ready for this incredible adventure of love and discovery. Isn't that a great way to go into it instead of thinking someone's going to rescue you from you?
And you get a lot of tools to help you through things.
Sure.
If anyone is in therapy or DBT therapy, you kind of are used to that kind of thing. So a lot of things that she offers help.
Oh, of course.
With daily things in your life.
Oh, of course. It's a whole way of being that you're going to learn.
And we have cool products.
And it's very cool when you start to discover how very cool you are inside. And I do a lot of, I do journey. I'm a medicine woman, guys, so I do journeys. I do, and self-discovery within yourself. And you have an incredible secret garden within yourself that just needs to be explored. And you find these things, and I help you get rid of these things of need and insecurity and I'm not worth it stuff that manifests into all this toxicity. I help you get rid of that. And then you find that you are that beautiful gemstone that anybody would want to just have in their life, right? and your soulmate comes soaring in.
That's right.
We love you all. Take a
Yes.
look. Oh yeah, do that test for
And look
sure.
at our products too. We have some really cool candles, spell kits, all kinds of things.
Fun things. I like our
Yes.
little, for a little fun, I love it. I have a little fairy in a teacup or a little dragon, and
Yeah.
you just put that on your windowsill and it makes you smile. Oh my gosh.
Little
fun stuff.
trinkets. They're
Little
perfect for
trinkets
people who
to
love
just-
to collect little trinkets.
That brings happiness to your heart and soul, right?
Yeah. I love the little pyramids. Those are so cool looking.
Very energy centered.
Yes.
Put that by your meditation.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
very powerful. Yeah, so take a look at everything. But mysticalsoul.com, guys,
Yes.
it's one word. Make sure you do that,
Mysticalsoul.com.
or you will miss us.
Yes.
And please, if you like this is our ad part, sorry. You wanna definitely, if you are interested in this podcast, make sure you subscribe so you
Yes.
get that little notification, get that notification when we're on, and send in your questions. And this is not one, someday we'll do this live on YouTube or something, but really, if you have questions, send them in. We are really
Yes.
not getting guests on the show right now, okay? We've got some
We
people.
will eventually get there though.
Sometime we definitely will. But right now, we're just trying to get this off the ground. We love you all, and it's a wonderful life of self-discovery and sharing with others. And that's really what this world is all about. Namaste, beautiful ones. Bye.